When I got the call from Alistair to say that I won the Kerry Packer Award, I was really humbled and honoured. Obviously, being on the executive and knowing what that award means to the association, to get firstly nominated by the executive and then to get the award certainly was a nice surprise. It was a nice phone call to get from him, I'm always one that kind of gets a little bit embarrassed by receiving these type of awards, because when I set out to kind of push for the female players to be part of the ACA, it was about setting up the future and making sure that future generations wouldn't have to go through the difficulties that past generations have. So if I've been able to contribute to what this landscape is now, that we're here at Junction Oval, and hopefully a lot of people come in and watch, and it's a televised match, and then I'm really happy that I've played a small part in it. So yeah, it's a big honour. When I came onto the executive in 2014, I guess I had three things that I wanted to tick off, or I wanted to see happen before I kind of leave. The first thing was to get past female players to be members. For us to have a better representative on the executive, and thirdly for the players to access the player payment pool. I felt that the female players were certainly contributing to that from a sponsorship point of view, from spectators, from viewership on pay TV, whatever it may be, females contribute to that. And if you play the game, you contribute to the male payment pool, but also for those that love watching us, they do the same thing. So they were the three things that I wanted to kind of tick off, and that's why 18 months ago when the new MOU deal was struck, it was a big moment in the sport. And I think it really changed the landscape, not only for women's cricket in Australia but globally, but I think women's sport in general. So to be able to sit there and see the big development over those 3 years that I was on the executive, I was extremely happy, because not only were we now looking after the past players, the ones that set it up in my eyes, but we were ensuring that the current players were being looked after, and the future generations would be able to say that cricket is their career. I think what I'm most proud of is how well the current generation are great ambassadors for the game. The time and effort they kind of give to the fans, signing, social media, TV broadcasts, they're really open and engaging, and I think they're really the shining light here in the Australian cricket landscape, and that makes me proud. If you were to ask me 5 years ago what I would have liked to have seen in women's cricket in 5 years' time, I would have said, or even 10 years' time, something that we're currently sitting now. So what does the next 5 years look like for women's cricket? I actually don't know, because the way that we're accelerating is amazing.